Welcome back to Late Night with Walter. I hope y'all enjoying these shows. I'm enjoying doing them, and I'm really liking the interaction on the questions and answers part. That is my favorite part of this show. Y'all grab yourself something to drink. I got my water. Just got through eating some chicken wings that Amy made, and she made her own sauce. It was teriyaki and ginger, all kinds of spices in it. It was so good. But we had some baked chicken wings with that sauce on it, and then we had lettuce and tomato salad. That was so good. So I got my belly happy now, and I'm ready to go. Y'all, I want to ask you, well, first, if you want a stun gun, the links are in the bottom. If you want my cookbooks, if you want my business books, anything like that, the links are in the bottom. My mastery course is down there. It's doing phenomenally well. Okay, enough of that. I want to ask y'all, on this 10 p.m. late night show, what do y'all think about getting rid of the stimulus information? Just talk about stuff. Just hang out, relax, laid back stuff. Basically, it'd be the same as it is now, except we'd be talking about other things when we were talking about stimulus. I think there's enough stimulus stuff out there. I mean, I still have my 2 shows in the morning with the stimulus information. So I think with that and everybody else that's doing the stimulus information, I think it's enough of it out there. Y'all let me know. If you want to keep talking stimulus here, we can, but I think it'd be a lot more fun if we just lay back and take it easy and be on lighter stuff. Y'all let me know in the description box and the comments below, and whatever y'all want is what we'll do. Y'all, we lost another good singer today. As you know, I think like 2 or 3 days ago, we lost Johnny Bush. Now we've lost Jerry Jeff Walker to throat cancer. Y'all say a prayer for him and his family. We're losing all the good ones. Throat cancer is not a game. I've known so many people in my personal life that's died from it. I know so many singers that's died from it. I almost died with it. I had stage 4 throat cancer. God seen me through it. For some reason, I don't know. I've always felt like there's something that God wants me to do, because I have been so blessed with everything, and I made it through a lot of hard things. I've always thought that there's something left for me to do, and I hope God reveals it to me soon. I feel like there's something that He wants me to do. That may sound crazy to some people, but I do. Y'all, we're going to have another giveaway tomorrow. And I'm going to, you know how I normally make the thumbnails and I say giveaway today. I'm going to quit doing that. I'm going to just tell about it in the Sunday 6 a.m. video. This way, people sees that thumbnail with giveaway today. They're going to jump in there and try to win. I want this to be just for my subscribers. So I'm not going to advertise it. I'm just going to tell about it in the 6 a.m. Sunday video. I will ask you a question and you answer that question. That's how you win the contest. You answer the question that I ask. Don't put in there stuff that you think that I want to hear. Just be honest and answer the exact question that I ask. And I will pick from those people. Here lately, I ain't been doing it long, but a lot of times people answers a question, but it's not the question that I asked. You got to answer the question I asked in order for a chance to win the prize. And this week I think it's going to be $100. So y'all come back tomorrow at 6 a.m. for that giveaway. You could win. You never know until you try. Somebody has to win. Why can't it be you? Okay, story time. I want to tell you a story. And then I'm going to get into the questions and answers. Okay, how I got started in the music business and my biggest regret about the music business. Growing up, my whole family has been musical. Me and Mama would sit in the living room. And this is when I was a kid all the way up until she passed away 17 years after I got married, because she lived with us because she wasn't able to live by herself. But she lived with me and Amy for our first 17 years of marriage. And all the way up until she passed away, me and her would sit in the living room just about every night and play records for 3 or 4 hours. And I would sing along with them, and she would sit in her chair listening, and sometimes I'd look over and she'd be singing too. Her appreciation for my singing is what gave me the bug. Even though my whole family has always been musical, I think my mama is the one that gave me the bug. By the time that I got serious about it, she had already gotten Alzheimer's disease, and she was in a nursing home. And I turned on the TV so she could see my videos that I made for UZTV, but I don't think she really grasped what it was. My biggest regret is she never knew what I did in music. I wish I had started earlier so she would have been able to enjoy it also. Now, how did I get started in music? I'm always talking about music. Everybody knows I love singing, and I would sing all the time at home and around my friends and family. That wasn't a problem. But when it come to talking to people I didn't know or interacting with people I didn't know, I was so shy. It was crippling. And I could not talk. I would clam up. I would go in the corner by myself. Even like when I go out to parties and stuff, I'd be sitting in the corner watching everybody else dancing and whatever they do, and I was sitting back there. People say, you don't look like you're having fun. I was having fun. All the fun I knew how to have. I was enjoying it. But I was in the corner by myself. I didn't want to get out. I was just that shy. It was so crippling. But I was talking to a music producer that I know, and he wanted me to get on stage, and I let my mouth write a check my butt had to cash. I committed myself to doing it. When I told my family I was going to do it, they were shocked. Are you really going to do that? They couldn't not believe I was going to do it. I said, yeah. Aren't you going to be scared? Yeah, but I have to do it. So, come time to do it, we went to the club that it was going to be in. They called me on stage, and when I stood up, I was scared to death. The walk up to the stage, I could feel it leaving me. By the time I got to the stage, put the microphone in my hand, I was at home. I loved it. I forgot about the being scared, the being shy part. The stage took over. And when that song was done, I knew it was time for me to walk off the stage. I did not want to. And the whole time I was sitting there, I was saying, please call me up again. I want to sing some more. And they did, and they kept on and kept on. And that led to me making my first video and getting into it seriously. Like I say, I loved it. And every time I got on stage, I was at home. I forgot about everything. And all my problems disappeared when I was on stage. But my biggest regret is my mama didn't live long enough to enjoy it the way I enjoyed it. But thanks to throat cancer, that's gone. But I've got the memories, and I got the videos, and I got the music, the CDs. I got everything to remember about it, but I just can't do it anymore. Okay, enough of that. I'm going to get into some questions and answers, and I had a lot of them again, y'all. If I miss your questions, I am sorry. Please understand, it's just me doing this. And what would help me with the questions is put a bunch of question marks on it. And if you want to say other stuff, say it, but keep your questions to a separate comment. Like if you need to comment twice, put your question with question marks, and then go ahead and submit that, and then do another comment of whatever it is you want to say. That would help me find your question better. If I do miss your questions, forgive me. Just ask it again. I will eventually find it. But those question marks will help me a lot. Donna Kubu, I think is how you say it, said she wants my Christmas CD and can't wait till I open my website up. It won't be long, Donna. I am getting all my CDs remade, and I would say 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks tops, it will be done. You'll be able to get them then. And anytime anybody orders a CD, I will send it straight out to you. And if you want me to sign it, well, heck, I'll just sign them all anyway. I won't make you ask for that because it's going to just complicate things more, and I may miss some. So I'll just sign them all before I send them out. Stacy Berry asked, what is Amy's favorite date night? Stacy, she loves to go to a movie and then to dinner. That's really her date night. We don't really party anymore. We used to, like when we was going together, but that ended real early. She partied a lot before I met her. I partied a lot before I met her. And then after we met, we did go out a lot, but that died off real fast after we got married. So basically all we really do is dinner most of the time, and that's it. Go walk at the pier or something like that. But her favorite date is dinner and a movie. The problem is with the movies, she likes a certain type of movie and I like a certain type of movie. She likes all those like martial arts, killing, shooting, all that kind of stuff. Chopping people up. She likes that kind of stuff. I don't like that stuff at all. So when I have to go to the movie with her, I'll make it through it, but I don't really like that. My favorite movies is like comedies, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Medea, that kind of stuff. Comedies, something funny. Or sappy love stories. I can get into them too. Now, my most favorite movie of all time was Grease. Y'all, back when Grease first came out, they did not have dollar theaters back then. I paid full price 27 times to see that movie before I got it on VHS tape. Now I've probably seen it 200 times. I love that movie. Sandy Ross asks, how is my eye doing? Sandy, it's a lot better. It's still just a little bit red right in the corner there. I really think I stuck my finger in it or something during my sleep that night, because a lot of people said it looked like pink eye. It wasn't pink eye. I've had pink eye before. It wasn't pink eye. I really believe I stuck my finger in it in my sleep, but it is a lot better. And thank you for asking. Allison Marie said, I could, on the products that, someone asked me the other night, would I have more personalized products for sale in the future? I never thought about it, but it is a good idea. I may do it if enough people wants it. And several people have said the same thing that Allison Marie has said, but she was the first one I seen, so I already had it written down. So I'm answering Allison Marie, but a lot of people did answer this. She said coffee mugs would be a good thing to sell with different sayings on it. Political sayings, funny sayings, that kind of stuff. Allison, that's a very good idea, and don't be surprised if you see that in the future. And that button that I've got, the eagle and We the People Are Pissed Off, I think that'd be a good coffee mug. So don't be surprised. Not promising, but could be. Richard Gray asked me, when did I have poke salad? When did I have poke salad? I don't know how he knew I had it, but y'all, I love poke salad. I was visiting my sister and brother-in-law in Lewisburg, Tennessee, and they live way out in a holler between two big mountains, way out. It was just a little dirt trail that takes you to their house. And you had mountains all the way around you. Well, there's poke salad growing wild out there. My brother-in-law picked up a bunch of it. I almost said a mess of it. But he picked it, brought it in and cleaned it. He killed a turtle, sliced that turtle up and cooked it and put it in the poke salad. Whew, that was so good. Poke salad to me reminds me a lot of spinach, but I love spinach. But yeah, that was very good. And I was probably 16, 17 years old. I hadn't had it since, but I do love it. I'll always remember that dish my brother-in-law made. I love my brother-in-law so much. He was more than a brother to me. My daddy died when I was 3 years old, a massive heart attack. My brother-in-law kind of filled that spot. My brother-in-law was a short man, but to me, he was 10 foot tall. Marcia Bouillon. I think I got it right this time, Marcia. I hope I did. Ask, have I been fishing or crabbing or shrimping and took it home and cooked it? Marcia, when I was a kid, I would go fishing with my two brothers just about every day. We lived right on the bayou, Bayou Chico in Pensacola. We would go out there and we'd get on the railroad trestle and fish from that railroad trestle just about every day. Even after I was grown, I went a few times by myself, and I've been deep sea fishing several times with whatever place I worked at, took deep sea fishing trips. And since I'm adult, I don't really fish. I mean, y'all gonna think I'm funny with saying this. I just don't like the smell on my hands. I loved it when I was a kid. I don't know what turned me against it. I just don't like getting my hands dirty with all that fish stuff. And you're out there like all day, so you don't have nowhere to really wash your hands to get the smell off. I just can't handle it no more. O. Hughes, 1968, answered me about the church that I went to when I was a kid. He said, Sister Hazel is still the preacher at Brother Godwin's church, the one that I went to when I was a kid. Okay, I got another question for you about Sister Hazel. Does she still play the accordion? She used to sing and play the accordion until the Holy Ghost hit her. Then well, if y'all know what the Holy Ghost does to you, she would hold it as long as she could. But yeah, those are some memories of that church that I'll never forget. That church was so special to me. Glenda Cooper said that she is the one that told me about Johnny Bush passing away. She said that she thinks Johnny Bush could have sung the songbook and she would have loved it. Glenda, I agree with you. He could have sung the songbook. Matt Mendez asked, how long have you been cooking? Ever since I was a kid. We used to have, those plastic square milk crates. We used to have those in front of the stove, and I would stand up on that and make scrambled eggs or oatmeal or something for a late night snack. Or I would make me a hamburger out of those frozen, already made hamburger patties when I was a kid. And I never lost the love of cooking. Renee Cardinal, I hope I said that right, asked how many kids do I have and what's their ages. I covered that already in 2 of my shows. I've got 2 daughters, and they are 37 and 36, I think. And I've got a granddaughter and a grandson. Darlene Baldwin said she wants to buy my CDs. They are coming very soon. And thank you so much, Darlene. I will let y'all know when they're ready. Mother Truckin' America asked, did I meet Herman Blazing? He's a music producer. No, sweetheart, I never did. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know who he is. I know I'm going to butcher this name. I'm sorry. Karmasha, something, 420. Asked, did I ever hear the story of Elvis's stepbrother? Yes, I did. And I don't know if you knew it or not, but his stepmother and stepbrother lived in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. That's very close to Pensacola, where I live. Of course, I didn't know it then. I'm sure they don't live there anymore. Don King said that he has tried to connect to my network and it won't let him in. Don, I don't know what you're talking about there. Connect to my network. I don't understand what you're talking about. You're going to have to be more clear about that, and I will try to help you out. Sandra Hunter, this is going to be a good one. Ask, have I ever tried fried turkey? Y'all, I worked in a Cajun restaurant for 9 years. And on Thanksgiving and Christmas, we did the complete family meal that people could buy and take home. They had their choice of a whole ham or a whole turkey. Most of them got turkeys. So for every holiday, it was me that was cutting up turkeys, slicing them up, and cleaning them, getting them prepped to fry. And each holiday, it was about 400 turkeys. We had a tractor trailer, refrigerated tractor trailer pull up to the back of the restaurant, and it would run constantly, keeping the turkeys cold. But yeah, I've tried my share of fried turkeys, and I've cooked and prepped my share of fried turkeys. Could be the reason why I don't really care for turkey right now. Uh, yeah, but the contraption that the restaurant owner, he designed it, and a lot of people wanted to buy it from him, but he wouldn't sell. He could have made a few $1,000,000 with this design if he had a patent and everything, so nobody could steal it from him. But he never did anything with it. We had the big pots of oil to fry the turkeys. Well, he had this big contraption, and it wasn't something threw together. It was well made, and it was really neat to look at. Each one had 12 5-gallon pots of oil and a burner under each one. He had a rack on top with a motor on it, and you hang all the turkeys on these hangers. Push the button, they would lower down into the oil. Push the button to bring it up to check the temperature. When they're done, bring it up, let them hang there for a minute to drip all the oil out. You had a very good turkey. And the thing is, it's expensive to fry turkeys in a big operation like that, because in a pot of oil you can only fry like 5 turkeys before you have to change that oil out. So people, a lot of times when you're buying a fried turkey, they don't like to pay the price that they have to pay for it. It's not cheap to fry turkeys. So yeah, Sandra, I have had my share of fried turkey. Ava Swoop asks, what did I think about Kitty Wells? I loved Kitty Wells. And I got a little story to tell you about Kitty Wells. When I was a kid, well, my brother was a year older than me, and I'm thinking I was probably about 14 or 15. My brother was a year older than me. Kitty Wells was his most favorite person in the world. He was just gaga over this lady. They came to the Shriners place here in Pensacola. It was Kitty Wells, Johnny Wright, Johnny C. Rice, her son, and it was somebody else. I can't remember who it was. But of course, Mama had to take my brother. I was on a Boy Scout jamboree that weekend, so I didn't go. But my brother was crazy about Kitty Wells, and I do love her too. I've got several CDs of her. A sad story about Kitty Wells. Before she died, I seen a picture of her standing in her kitchen. And for what that lady done for country music, you would think that it would be better for her in her later years. But back then, they didn't make the kind of money they make today. She was standing in her kitchen, and I always look at the background in pictures like that to see what I can see, so I can really think about the person. Her kitchen was not that much wasn't that much at all. I mean, at all, it wasn't that much. In fact, it looked like a older mobile home. I'm not sure if it was or not. But that really hurt to see. If that was her kitchen in her house, and I really believe it was, she should have had a lot better than that. Carl Hunt asks, did Elvis have a mixed child? Carl, I have no way of knowing that. And it really don't matter to me if he did or not. But by the way, my kids are mixed. They're mixed Filipino, and I'm Indian, Irish, and German. So my kids are mixed. But then my granddaughter is mixed. Black, white, Filipino, Indian, Irish, and German. So I don't see color. I mean, to me, the color of your skin does not matter. It's the fiber of your being, how you're made. That's what matters. So no, I don't know if he had a mixed child, and it wouldn't matter to me either way. Debbie Purnell said it's a preacher/singer on YouTube that people think is Elvis. I know who you're talking about. It's Carol Robertson. Uh, I see him every February. He comes to Pensacola, and he does a preaching show and a music show at Smyrna Baptist Church, and I go see him all the time. Me and my brother, before my brother passed away, my brother is the one that turned me on to him, and we would go. I mean, I've got pictures every year with me and him together. I got a lot of his CDs. The man's got a lot of music, and he's very good. And yes, he does remind me a lot of Elvis. In fact, on any song that you hear him singing, he's using Elvis Presley's background tracks for the music. You'll see him strumming a guitar, but watching real close, he's very lightly strumming that guitar. Most of it is Elvis Presley's background tracks. And even when you see him in person, it's the same thing. He's using soundtracks. He is very good. And the song that really throws people off, they think it's Elvis, is One Pair of Hands. I know for a fact that that's Carol Robertson. I don't care how many people puts on their videos that it's Elvis. It's not Elvis. It's Carol Robertson. I know the lady that made that video for him. She lives right here in Pensacola. She made that video one time when he was here. So yeah, I love Carol Robertson. In fact, he's got a big YouTube channel, if you didn't know. And he preaches on it, and he does his music. I'm subscribed to it. Y'all go check him out. Carol Robertson. Teresa Dennis asks if I'm starting to have problems with my throat again because she sees me drinking water a lot more often. Teresa, thank you for being concerned, and but no, I'm not having no more problems with my throat. It's just always dry. My throat is always dry. My mouth is always dry, and it will always be that way because the radiation and chemotherapy destroyed my saliva glands. If I'm just around the house every day, not doing really nothing, don't bother me at all. It's completely moist enough in there. But when I'm talking a lot, making a video, a lot of air going in my mouth, it helps dry it out. So I have to have this, or else by the time I get through with the video, my voice will be shot. But no, I'm not having no more problems. But thank you for being concerned. Downcast, I got your name right this time, said he can't find Amy's Filipino cookbook. Downcast, if you go to the description box on any of my videos, click show more. When you click that, the box will open up. Go to the place where it says my cookbook. When you click on that, it's on the same page as my cookbook. You just have to scroll down to the bottom of the page to see Amy's Filipino cookbook. Jamie Bryson asked, how tall am I? I'm 6 foot even. I'd be real good looking if I wasn't so fat, but I'm going to work on that. When I was sick, the doctor said that he expected me to lose about 50 pounds, and he didn't want me to lose any more than that. Well, in the 3 months I was under treatments for the throat cancer, 3 months' time I lost 98 pounds. Didn't matter what the doctor wanted. I couldn't eat. I mean, I had a feeding tube and everything, and I was supposed to get 6 cans of formula through that a day. I was good to get 2. I mean, I just could not do anything. Could not swallow water even. But all that's behind me thanks to the Lord Jesus Christ. Okay, y'all, this is going to be my last question. We're running a little bit long here. Joseph Shera, I probably butchered that, asked, where did I go for treatment when I had cancer? I went to MD Anderson. They've got a big cancer institute in Houston, Texas. I didn't go to that. We've got an MD Anderson here in Pensacola at Sacred Heart Hospital. That's where I went. And I want to tell y'all, them people are good as gold. I love every one of them. When I get around a lot of people like that, restaurants, anywhere. I can pick out something wrong with everybody. Those people was perfect. I fell in love with every one of them. They went way beyond the Call of Duty. And still, every time when I go there, they see my name pop up, they come out front to give me hugs. I get tons of hugs when I go in there. And I mean, when I got to my last treatment and they said you're cancer free, there was several, I know it was 2 nurses. There was 2 nurses broke down crying. That's how bad I was. Nobody thought I would make it. They was crying when I left there. Yeah, MD Anderson. Between MD Anderson and Jesus Christ, together, they saved my life. Thanks for that question. Y'all, I hope you liked tonight's show. Please watch the video that's popping up now. I'm going to put last night's show up here if you didn't see it. Please subscribe to my channel. Check out my links for my cookbooks, Amy's cookbook, my mastery course, my stun guns, pepper spray, and tactical knife. Check all that out. Help me out if you can. And just know I love you all. And come back tomorrow morning for the 6 a.m. video where we're going to have a giveaway. I love you all. Ciao.